Hey guys! Okay, so I have had a very lazy day today. So for those of you who are new, hi, welcome in. I'm Haley from Haley's Design Studios. If you're not new, thank you for tuning back in. I did something a little bit different. So I'm gonna get my notebook and we're gonna go over everything I was supposed to do to start the market prep. Okay. It's for the market. That is text. Sorry, I've been doing a lot of writing here lately. We were trying to figure out some stuff for taxes and filming and what all we needed to do. Alright, so I had a 20 all together. Sorry, I had to pause the video. What I wanted to make. I take the squishymoomoos pattern. I've only made it once, but a lot of my crochet friends make well, I've made it twice. I've only ever taken one to market. One sold on Palm Street. So my yellow duck sold on Palm Street, and then my penguin sold. It was my first thing I sold at the Natchez Market. So I wanted to make different things. And one thing this year I'm trying to do is innovate. These patterns that I have, can I make modifications for them? Can I get things done? Well, I took that squishymoomoos pattern. It's originally for a penguin. Now, most people have only made white ducks and the yellow ducks. Mallards for it, besides the penguin. I made a chicken. I actually made a rooster. I loved how it came out. Okay, so for my booth, I don't have a sitting chicken. So this is a fun take on it, and I gotta go through and get all the fluff and stuff off of these. I just got done making these. So there's that. So I've made 5 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 of those done. And that was my goal. My goal was to get 5 of each. I did not make any penguins, by the way. So, Sunday we started, and I made 5 of the yellow ducks. And then I took my white skein of yarn to work with me, and I made 6 full bodies. And then I had 7 and 8 because I finished those on live. So there's that. Then the next is the white duck that I have. I have 3 of these, and that's just because I started running out of yarn, and I made these in the Bernat baby blanket, and I'm not trying to buy any yarn. I'm trying to use up what I have at the moment. I don't want to go ordering yarn. So I have 3 of these. And then I only got 1 mallard done. I started the head to the other, but by the time I started these, I was done. So I'm gonna mark this up. So for penguins, I still need 5. I marked out the chicks and the chickens because I have those done. And I think I've actually added something. So for my ducks, I actually have to have 25. Penguins are 5. Mallards are 4. Then I need 2 white ducks. So in total, 25 is my new total that I need to have in total. So I did the white ducks as well. I need 11 more. Not bad. Not bad for what I started out with. Okay, so what's left on my market prep list this week besides those? 20 snakes, which is probably what I'll take to work with me this week because I can start snakes. Do those no problem. Then I have 20 gators. Do I actually think I'll make 20 gators? Probably not. 20 tiny turtles. And this is stuff I'm going to spend the next... We have this week, then next week, and then I think like the 31st is like midweek. So I'll have those, and then like for the month of January, this is my goals. And so we'll see what we have. Like snakes and tiny turtles, I can take those to work and do those. That's not a problem at all. So, great on that. So those are the numbers. And I didn't realize I didn't show you these. I have these. So I did the mystical yarn. Because most people make them in just regular yellow. I didn't want to make them in regular yellow. I wanted to use the mystical. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've already counted inventory for this week. It's 210. So minus 60 gives me 150 in ducks. That is fabulous. Now to show you the loveys I did. So I did baby Della duck. So this was a new pattern to me. I've not done the eyes just because I don't know if I want to do sleepy eye or if I actually want to do an embroidered eye. So I left these blank, but they're done. So and this is a very quick pattern. Like I was able to do this at work because like all I needed to do was take enough stuffing for the head. So at night I would make up to the head. Then that morning I would take like 5-10 minutes during homeroom and like quickly stuff the head of these. So then that way when I went when I went throughout the day, I could just work on a round or two. So I would make all the way down to the body and then make the wings. But I think on one I made the wings first and then did that. But yeah, I really love how this turned out. So that is a total of 16 items. So my total for this year, we're gonna start a new page for this. Okay. So we're gonna write January. We're gonna have 5 from the previous week. Just because like New Year's was on Thursday. But like most of those things I got done during that week. So we're just gonna count that for that week. So that's 5. So then this week was 16. So we're at 21. 21 items for the week of, for the month of January. And so I'm going to put total items. And this will be like how I can hold myself accountable going into the next year. So, each year I want to get better at prepping things. What's easier for me to start out with? What are some things, like, what are small things and big things I can pair together that either the color matches, or I'm using sort of the same pattern, or I'm making a particular pattern design or whatever, and this just holds me accountable going further into my business. I know next Saturday, now remember, I did most of this on Monday, so Monday was a PD day for us. So while I didn't have kids, I did have a good majority of the day. Like, I think I actually had work for like 3 hours of the day. So 5 hours of my day, I was able to do that. Technically it was 4 because like I went for lunch with some coworkers. So I mean, that's great. That's fun. That's what that was for. So I took my white yarn that day, just so I didn't have to take anything, and I didn't have to take stuffing, so it was great. So, and then like after that, I got tired of working up that pattern, so I was like, I'll just stop. This year is about self-care, making sure of that. My doctor has told me that a lot of pregnant women can end up with carpal tunnel if they're not careful with typing and using your fingers too much. And since I'm a teacher and I crochet, I have to be very careful with my fingers and my hands. I also sew, which can be very taxing on my hands and my wrists and like my back. And she told me about that as well. Making sure I'm not too hard on my back, because the further along I get, the more taxing it's gonna be. So tonight I'm gonna start snakes. This week is gonna be like snakes and turtles mainly. But now if I get an itching to make gators or anything else, that's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna like just make myself stick to one thing. That's what a lot of people, I think, do, is they prep certain things. I give myself an option. As y'all saw, like, I had so many options. And then, like, any Pokemon I made was great. This week happened to just be all about ducks. But I really wanted to make some mini loveys. Some new ones that I've been really wanting to try. And so my friend was like, you need to try baby Della duck. It's great. My big Della duck sold for $45. So I will price that up to $50 the next time I make it. So yeah, so that just lets me know like they're worth it. So yeah, so this one's gonna be $30. So this is about how much can I get made before I have my baby. So I have one market planned, and I'm still sending inventory to Kat. So, because Kat will sell things for me. I love my friends. So, and she's like planning to come down. We're doing a girls trip and all of this other fun stuff. So stay tuned for that. There will be a trip for that, and I'm still working on our week from October. I've got to figure out how to get stuff from my iPad and my phone up there, but I may just do 2 parts. I may just do an edited version on my phone and send it, and then do the thing on my phone, on my iPad. So there'll probably be 2 parts, and I'll probably post them on the same day, just so we can have them at the same time. So that's probably what I will do. That's what I've been suggested to do, instead of trying to compile them into one video. Next time, with her, I will just film on my phone, or just on my iPad. It'll probably be just on my phone though. Especially for the girls trip, it will most likely be on my phone. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will leave the Instagram name for the person whose pattern I modified, and then I will tag Baby Della's designer in the comments as well. I hope that y'all will like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below what y'all think of my chicken that I made. Like, this is surface crochet, this is surface crochet, so like I didn't actually like modify the pattern at all. Well, like, this is just, I just did one color for the body, this, and then like a different color for this. But like, as far as like I added this or into the rounds, I didn't do any of that. So, but y'all let me know what y'all think of this. I think it turned out super cute and I can't wait. So, till next time, bye guys!